Kate Middleton showed off her motherly side as she cuddled a baby during storytime at a Glasgow school today as she joined Prince William on a 2-day whirlwind tour of Scotland. The Duchess of Cambridge, 40, cut a stylish figure as she visited St John's Primary School in Port Glasgow, where she and the Duke, 39, took part in a Roots of Empathy session and spoke with students and teachers taking part. The mother of 3, who is known for her love of re-wearing clothes and high street brands, opted for a £170 baby blue blouse from Safin, which she paired with a smart pair of navy trousers and one of her favorite long-line Catherine Walker coats for the occasion. The royal, who has long had a passion for the early years sector, appeared delighted to be cuddling up with the baby involved in the session, having earlier this year confessed she often feels broody on royal visits. Later, William and Kate visited the Wheatley Group site in Kennishead to see firsthand how they are transforming the lives of disadvantaged or vulnerable people, including those at risk of homelessness, before they are set to travel to University of Glasgow. The Duchess swept her brunette locks behind her shoulders for the occasion, revealing a pair of pearl drop earrings. Meanwhile, she kept her makeup neutral for the outing, opting for a sweep of blush and a dash of black eyeliner. Safin, which is Samantha Cameron's fashion label, is not a brand Kate has often worn in the past. However, she is known for her love of championing British designers and the high street. Online, the blouse is described as a glamorous meets demure piece which is chic for business meetings or could be dressed down with a pair of jeans. The Duke and Duchess were in good spirits as they arrived at the school in Glasgow this morning, where they met with teachers and students. During their visit to the school, Prince William and Kate viewed a Roots of Empathy session which involved pupils interacting with a mother and her young baby as they learn how to build their understanding of the baby's needs and emotions. The Duke and Duchess then spoke with some of the older students who have completed the program to hear their reflections and experiences and understand how the sessions have benefited them. Roots of Empathy is an early intervention program run by Action for Children which has been developed to help children aged 5 to 13 build empathy. The program uses a unique approach, with a local parent and baby, or tiny teacher, alongside a trained instructor guiding the children to develop empathy. Roots of Empathy is an international, evidence and empathy-based program, which was developed in Canada and operates internationally, in countries including New Zealand, the United States, Norway, Switzerland and Costa Rica. It has been operating in Scotland since 2010. It's not the first time Kate has appeared broody during a royal visit lately. During a visit to Copenhagen's Children's Museum in February, Kate heard about the Understanding Your Baby research project which trains health visitors to help new parents as they begin to notice and interpret their baby's behavioral cues. After meeting with 2 8-month-old baby boys and their parents, she joked, "It makes me very broody. William always worries about me meeting under 1-year-olds. I come home saying, let's have another one." Days later, during a visit to Wales, the Duke and Duchess shared a sweet exchange as they met a group of mothers and babies, with Kate, 40, beaming as she rubbed William's back and told him to look at the lovely babies. After their visit to the school, their Royal Highnesses heard also about the work carried out by Scotland's leading housing, care and property management group to tackle homelessness and support vulnerable tenants during the cost of living crisis. The Duke and Duchess surprised tenants of Wheatley Homes Glasgow, part of Wheatley Group, during a walkabout at Kennishead in the south side of the city. They met children who are benefiting from free reading books thanks to a partnership between Wheatley Foundation and Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. Music student Carrie McClarty, 25, also explained how an education bursary from Wheatley Foundation is supporting her dreams of becoming a secondary teacher. Wheatley Homes Glasgow tenant Joanne Wales, 31, opened the front door of her new-built home to welcome their Royal Highnesses. Inside they met son Jason, 4, and heard from Joanne how the energy-efficient house design is helping reduce her energy bills. Joanne said, "With 4 young kids then energy bills is a big concern. There's always a need for a new pair of shoes or new clothes. I had a meeting with the energy advice team and they gave me great tips on how to use my electricity to keep my bills low. I don't need to put the heating on as much during the day in my new home. It's made a big difference." The Duke and Duchess were met in Kennishead by John MacLeod, Glasgow Deputy Lieutenant, accompanied by his wife, Mariella MacLeod. They were introduced to Wheatley Group Chief Executive Martin Armstrong, Wheatley Group Chair Joe Armstrong and Bernadette Hewitt, the tenant chair of Wheatley Homes Glasgow. Wheatley Group Chair Joe Armstrong said, "We were delighted to welcome the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and show them how Wheatley Group is making homes and lives better. They were very interested in the work of our foundation, about how Wheatley is giving young people the best start in life and also how we are creating new job and training opportunities so customers can reach their full potential. We also explained how Wheatley is playing a key role across Scotland in tackling homelessness and giving people a home of their own." The final engagement of the day for the Royals will see them visit the University of Glasgow to talk with students about mental health and well-being, particularly pertinent during what is exam season at the university. Taking place during Mental Health Awareness Week, Prince William and Kate will meet students, academics and recent alumni all involved in the topic of mental health and well-being. Following this, the Duke and Duchess will take the opportunity to step outside the university building and meet with members of the public. The couple's trip to Scotland comes after they visited the Caribbean to mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. However, the trip has faced controversy and reignited Republican calls in Jamaica for independence. Their intense 8-day-long tour around Belize, Jamaica and the Bahamas saw the couple face backlash after encountering tensions in the Caribbean nations. William's trip with Kate had been plagued by public relations gaffes and protests about British colonialism, which led to the endeavour being branded tone-deaf to modern sensibilities. The scrutiny came to a head when Prince William released an unprecedented end-of-tour statement addressing growing Republican sentiment in the 3 countries, acknowledging it had brought into even sharper focus questions about the past and the future. In the wake of the criticism over the colonial-era optics of their tour, many called for an end to similar overseas trips by members of the royal family. Meanwhile, the couple have continued gearing up for the Queen's Jubilee celebrations this summer. Their children Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis are among the monarch's 10 great-grandchildren who will make a rare public appearance on Sunday evening at the Royal Windsor Horse Show for the occasion.